Well, there are a few things. Number one, when we are as a society glorifying, and by the way, I'm not like hating on anybody's hustle. I love like the Kim Kardashian energy. I love like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, all those, they're cool. I listen to that. I look at that. That's cool. But when a young person is shown this type of imagery at a very young age, they cannot differentiate between entertainment and reality. So they want to produce the same type of content. And it gets pretty ugly. That's why I always tell parents to stay involved in your children's lives and also keep a pretty good handle on what they got going on online.
I think you said it right there. Parents, plural. Both parents giving respect, giving validation, letting their kids know that they are validated, that they don't need anyone else to be validated, to need to put yourself in these kind of situations. Now, obviously, you just said it's not always cut and dry.
No.
I'm sure those situations exist, and I every single time I get down to the root of it, it's like nuclear families is so important. It is so important to have a balanced family life because it sets in motion.
Like not even necessarily like just having two parents, I think is better than one parent because it's like you have another angle, another set of eyes looking at a situation, another personality.
I mean, this is rather base for me to say, but like two women is two nurturing people. It's not the same. It isn't. And two guys isn't the same either.
You're gonna miss stuff, yeah. I mean, if you have a balanced set of parents, like it's more likely.
There could be a feminine woman and a masculine woman, lesbian couple, right? I could see that, right? If they have that inherent balance between the two of them, okay, I get it, right? I don't know. It could be the case. I'm jumping on that.
Devil's advocate.
Sure.
I don't know if I agree with you, by the way. I mean, I grew up in a two-parent household. I'm hyped. My parents are still in love. They're probably just like sitting having a cocktail right now.
That's so rare too.
They love each other. They're like obsessed. So I love them and I'm very happy. But they
did a good job.
And now look at you. You're Carmen Sandiego.
Hey, I'm the one saying it. You shut your mouth.
In certain cultures, there would be time periods where the man would go off to war and, the woman in the community. And I think what you're missing in that puzzle, because I don't necessarily think it has to be the exact prescribed parents, but strong, healthy communities.
That's right. And an uncle could bring that strong male influence. Yes, a mother's friend could bring that strong
grandfather,
a stepfather. Yeah.
Let's just hypothesize for a second. If you had a tribe and if all the men went out hunting to find food for like 6 months, I don't know, I'm just like making something up. You would count on the other members of the tribe, the elders, of both, sexes, the elders and folks like that. I get what you're saying, Craig, but that's not everybody's story. Some people pass away from,
yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. No, of course. Like
because you don't have the standard doesn't mean that you're going to end up in, so that's why
I agree with that.
As an anarchist, that's why I always say, strong families, healthy communities, because when families are strong, communities have to be there to get the back. And that's what we're really lacking.
But as a general rule of thumb, though, it's not, I'm not wrong. I don't think so anyway,
Well, let's put it this way. I believe that anyone with a set of, eyes, ears, anyone looking at our country, we are, it is the fall of our country. And there was clearly something that we were doing previously that we're not doing now. Mm-hmm. And clearly that we were doing now that we weren't doing previously. So I would be willing to, let's put it this way. If I ever have children, it'll be exactly how you just explained, Craig. And the reason I don't have children, because I didn't see that future with anyone, and I wouldn't raise them any which way. And also too, just because of my job, but one could say, here I am. I was a survivor. I'm a victim of human trafficking. I don't like to say victim, but in this case, in this sentence, I will. As a minor, and my parents are in love. I was homeschooled. I had everything perfect. That was part of the problem. So
Mhm.
I'm kind of always be kind of pushed back a little bit on that. But I will say this, and I've never said this in public before. I feel part of I want to make sure I'm very careful with what I say right now because I want to make sure it's not offensive. Part of my healing journey, I believe, was strengthened because of their love, because of my parents' love for each other and me. So I don't think I would be, yeah, the trafficking happened partially because of them not telling me how the world was, but my healing journey and the reason why I could sit here today and, talk trash and dress like Carmen Sandiego and be okay, is because of that groundwork that they laid in me too.
Well, I know
Yeah.
I've had many conversations with you, and I can tell that you're of sound mind and you're a freaking badass woman in this world. And
Craig.
Get a room.
even though that you fell into that world, and you came out of it, just even like you kind of like almost disproved what I've been saying, but you're still here being a strong ass woman, who's powerful and is you're
Making a huge difference.
you came back
Yeah.
around, so it's like even
Right.
still, like it's still proved that anyone. But as I agree with you, anyone could fall into anything, right? Anyone could
when
I
I
will
look
say-
back
go down
as
a wrong path.
as a
Can I say
young
something real
woman,
fast? I was thinking the other day, this is hilarious, and I'm glad that Craig is here for this. I was thinking the other day, I've never been helped out by a self-identifying male feminist. I've never been helped by a
same.
self-identifying male feminist. I don't even know if any are around me. If you are, please comment on my Twitter because I've never seen you before.
Yeah,
But
what
I
is
think
that?
we scare them.
But the men that have helped me, like Crigler has helped me a lot, like a lot. And Siraj Hashmi, both men are married, have nothing to gain, never been creepy, and they've helped me so freaking much. And they're not even out here about it. They don't want any praise, and they don't say, "Oh, I'm a male feminist." Oh, they don't even want any praise for it. And I'm like, the men that have really helped me the most. There's another guy, Jeremy, that's really helped me out a lot with my podcast here locally. And they don't want any shine from it. They do it just because they want to help a woman, help survivors. They believe in me, and they just do it. And I'm like, dang, where are all the male feminists? Where are the men that
real
are?
ones.
Because the real
They
ones
don't call themselves male feminists.
No,
they're
that's
just
what I'm
like
saying.
grown ass men doing the right thing. They're not out there telling everybody they're male feminists. They
No,
just,
I think
they're
that's so
chivalrous, they're
interesting,
kind, they're
though.
loyal. Yeah.
You would think the male feminists would be clamoring around survivors like, oh, how can I help make this a safe space for you? No, probably not. They're like the main ones, cursing me out on Twitter for nothing. I
Yeah,
just
they're
had
the
to
ones. They're the ones trying to use it to get laid, and or
Yeah.
working in the trafficking business to try to get people to fall into it.
don't get me started.
When I look back as a young woman, the things like looking back, like, wow, the things I did that I clearly wasn't ready to do. And in the moment, like just felt pressured. Like a lot of it came from, wanting to impress like older guys. And even like guys my age, but being pushed sexually past what I should have been doing at that age, what I was ready to do. Like my gut was screaming, no, like this is uncomfortable. But I did those things because I was like, this is how you prove your worth to somebody. This is how you be cool. This is how you get guys to like you. And this is what you have to do. And like looking back, I wish I had probably a parent or an adult telling me, hey, like, first of all, it is okay to say no, not yet on anything. Like, I didn't even think saying no was an option for like so many things. And it comes down to like,
well, that explains a lot. No, just kidding.
validation, right? Like,
love you, Chrissy. Just kidding.
Adam's like loud and clear, message received, sexually generous, got it.
No.
But everyone's probably listening to this going, oh, classic daddy issues. Not like the answer is like too much validation and too much helicopter parenting, right? It's like there's got to be a balance, but like,
Well, there's
right, like if
always
I
an
were to have
exception to
kids,
the
it's like,
rule.
give
Always.
your kids like the sense that like you can say no and your opinions and feelings like are actually valid. You don't have to like let yourself be pressured into doing more